In this video, we shall be discussing about the secondary structure of proteins. So we all know that secondary structure of protein is divided into three parts: alpha helix, beta sheets, and the triple helical structure. So first of all, we shall be discussing about the alpha helix structure of proteins. So what is an alpha helix? A secondary structure of proteins indicate that three-dimensional spatial arrangement of polypeptide chain in which an alpha helix has a coiled shape held in place by hydrogen bonds between the amide groups and carbonyl groups of amino acids along the chain. So this pattern occurs within the same chain. It's an intramolecular interaction. The hydrogen bonds between hydrogen of the amine group and oxygen of the carboxyl group of the fourth amino acid down the chain. So this is how an alpha helix is formed. See here, this is an example of how an alpha helix forms. This is the dot structure of an amino acid chain, whereas here you can see the H bondings or the hydrogen bondings, how they are linked between the oxygen and hydrogen. So now let us see how we can draw this alpha helix structure. First of all, try to draw a helical or a spring-like structure here. Now, in this spring-like structure, you can represent the carbon and the C and the N terminals. See here, we can represent one carboxylic group here. It will be having an hydrophobic interaction with that of a hydrogen present somewhere here. Similarly, there can be other C ends which we can represent like this. It's just a representation to know how these hydrogen bonds are formed in between the same polypeptide chain. These hydrogen bonding interactions give rise to this alpha helix structure, this helical structure or the coiled structure. Now see one carboxylic end here, it will be joining through the hydrogen bonding with an amino terminal, the hydrogen present on an N terminal here. And similarly, another hydrogen bonding will be present here. I am talking once again, these are just the representations, not hard and fast rule about these. We can draw them as we like. Now we shall be drawing the H bondings. How these are formed. See here. These are the hydrogen bondings. These gave rise to an alpha helix structure. This is the alpha helix of a peptide chain. The next structure which comes into existence after the alpha helix is known as beta sheets or beta pleated sheets. Simply they are written as beta sheets. A beta pleated sheet is a secondary structure that consists of a polypeptide chains arranged side by side. These are stacked over each other. These are stacked on top of each other. Has hydrogen bonds between the chains has an R group above and below the sheet and is typically a fibrous protein such as silk. So these are mainly found in fibrous proteins. You can see here the arrangement of the beta pleated sheets. Just see, these are the sheets, a sheet like structure that represents by the hydrogen bondings present here. So they form a sheet like structures. Now these are the hydrogen bondings. See here, these are the hydrogen bondings. Now let us draw the structure for beta pleated sheets and you will understand how these work out. We will be drawing two polypeptide chains. So see here, these are the alpha carbons. Now we shall be drawing another chain of another polypeptide chain that is containing the sequence of amino acids linked together. So just see here, these are the two polypeptide chains. Now, where these hydrophobic interactions occur, now see this oxygen and this hydrogen, they will be containing the hydrogen bondings. So these red color lines, they represent the hydrogen bondings. So by these, the beta pleated sheets are formed. These are the hydrogen bondings between them. So this is how the beta sheets are formed. They are anti-parallel to each other. There is an important character that both the polypeptide chains are anti-parallel to each other. So this arrangement, if further extended, leads to this type of structure here, forming beta sheets. I hope the structure of beta sheets is clear. See here once again, these are the beta sheets, the hydrogen bonding forming, the H bondings between them. Now let us study the third structure, that is of a triple helix. Now what is a triple helix? It also comes under the category of secondary structure. A triple helix consists of three alpha helix chains woven together that are mixed together, or we can say that are interlinked through various intermolecular forces of interactions. They contain large amounts of glycine, proline, hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine that contains of the OH groups of hydrogen bonding. So they are containing the polar groups such as hydroxyproline, hydroxylysine, proline, glycine, and they are having more intermolecular forces of interaction rather than the secondary structure. It is found in collagen, a connective tissue, in skin, tendons and cartilage. Now this is the representation of a triple helix structure. See here how a triple helix structure is represented. We can simply draw them. Let us see that it draw with the three different kinds of colors. Now this is the representation of one polypeptide chain. The next will be the representation for another polypeptide chain, see here. And then comes the third one into the play. Now this is simply the triple helix structures. Now this is the triple helix structure. That forms the fibrous proteins such as collagen. See here, these are the three or the triple helix structure. So students, this was all about the secondary structure of protein. I hope now it's clear for you regarding the primary structure, regarding the alpha helical structure in the secondary part that contains the hydrogen bonding in the same polypeptide chain. Then comes the beta pleated sheets between the two polypeptide chains which are stacked over each other, and then comes the triple helix structure for fibrous proteins such as collagen. So this was all about the secondary structure of proteins. Draw them, revise them so that you can learn the next part of the protein structure.